All right. Good evening. We welcome all of you. I'm trying to pull it up. Okay, there it is. So glad that you are. So glad you are. So glad you have joined us on this wonderful, beautiful Friday evening. I'm so glad to be with you. Give me 1 second. I got some stuff going on in the background that I don't like. I always strive for excellency. Let me hold on 1 second. Let's get it right. I know everybody had a wonderful. Give me 1 second. I got to move it, and if you move it too fast, it goes somewhere else. Okay. Still jumping. Okay, let me go here. Okay, let's try this. We're so glad that you have joined us on today. It's grateful. It's Friday, and we're so grateful. I am D. Leonard Hughes. I am your personal development coach. I'm known as the Mind Hacker, and we're glad. Once again, I am Dr. D. Leonard Hughes. I'm so glad to be on. This is not a religious program. This is not a church program. It's personal development, Christ awareness, personal development show. So we're happy. I want you to, if you would, call. Everybody need help, need to be encouraged mentally or in their minds. So I want you to call and let folks be in on this this coaching experience. Examine the beliefs and things and people that no longer serve you. That's what we're going to talk about. Examining so many things and thoughts and beliefs are in our belief system. Everything is moved, and I may have to stay on this for a little while. Everything, your reality is determined by your mindset and by your belief system. If we look at the Master Jesus, when he ministered to people that were sick, first of all, in the anointing of healing, he did not see the sickness, but he saw them being made whole. But it was many times according to your belief system, not just one belief, because what happens, we are caught up in a belief system. Okay? You have to take time in your life and you have to examine. And I say hello to all of those. We're on 6 platforms now. We're back on Twitter. So you can always catch us on Twitter too. You got to examine where you are in your life. You must examine your belief system from childhood, things that you were told coming up in your house, school, and of course, church. That it's religious stuff that you really have to work on your belief system or limited belief, because you got so many different denominations, all different parts. And if you don't understand how the parts go, you'll think that your church is right, your religion is right, this and that, not so. There's knowledge everywhere. Knowledge is increasing. So we're excited about that. Pinpointing and letting go of things or people who no longer serve you can be scary. You must pinpoint and you must let go of people that no longer serve you. Even thoughts. Hold on, somebody's reaching out. Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you for that. Appreciate it. You know who you are. Thank you. Then somebody just sent a donation. Okay, it's easy. I was just talking to a very dear friend of mine, and she just got a new job. I want you to hear me. This is going to help you. And she said, she always called me DL, D Leonard. So she said, DL, it was such a trying mental time, even going through, what do you call that? Orientation. She got a city job now. I knew a job before and what she had to deal with. But she said, I didn't realize that my old job, I was in a comfort zone, not happy, wanting to make more money. But she said I was in a comfort zone, and switching from that job to the new job, the mind fights that. So I, in turn, told her there was nothing wrong. You were just expanding. And anytime you begin to expand in your career or whatever, you will meet resistance because the brain doesn't want to be transformed. It doesn't want to switch over like that. Okay, you got me? All right. Let me go in here. I need to see something. I need to make sure. I need to make sure something. Okay, that's what's going on. I had not went public. Okay. All right. We'll pick up people now. All right. Okay. So as I was saying, staying in a comfort zone, people would rather stay in a comfort zone than let go and step out of areas that no longer serve them. Okay. What no longer serves you can prevent you, I'm looking at my notes, can prevent you from living the life you want to live. It can be a career path, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, a project, a hobby, belief, behavior, or habit. But you have to determine what no longer serves you time wise. And you got to get this because you are supposed to evolve. You're supposed to expand in your thinking, in your belief system. Belief system changes over time. Okay. And this is what the Master Jesus was trying to implement among the people that followed him, that it's all about your belief system. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. What's holding you are things that you have believed for a long time and you have never, you've never dealt with it to examine it to see does it still serve you. You can have stuff in your mind that's been there 50, 60, 70, 80 years, but I guarantee you it's outdated. It's outdated because even in the medical field, every 2 years, doctors and medical professionals have to go to seminar because things change. And you got to realize that. That's why I'm always updating, upgrading, reading, downloading books, because I don't want to walk around with outdated information. Even in the area of psychology, what they knew 50, 60, 70 years ago have advanced since then. So even with that, that's why my approach is an unconventional approach. I feel that I'm more helpful as a Christian psychologist than others can be, because not saying I'm the only one, but because of the technique and the tools that have been downloaded to me as this passion as a personal development coach. Okay, you guys? Behaviors, beliefs, or habits that no longer serve you won't make you feel good. Habits, beliefs. I've got something I'm working on, a mental. If you all doesn't get my mental wake up, I'm doing over 10,000 a day. I'm sorry, a day now. You want to get that mental wake up. Inbox me. It's more than just a devotion because it helps you get through your day and helps you in personal Dolores McRae, that's my mother. All of those on the other platforms. We're on Twitter now. I can't see who you are because I only have two eyes and I got like four screens in front of me. Okay. So I'm glad that you're there. I'm going to work on something. I'm working on something about habits. But what I'm dealing with today is getting rid of limited beliefs and why we try to hold on to something that no longer serves us. And people have conversations that's 30 years ago. It's no longer, it doesn't even update it. It's not for today because of the information that they have. You've got to learn. The greatest literacy is learning, relearning, and unlearning. It's hard for people to relearn. It's hard for people. I was telling you when I talked to my friend earlier a few minutes ago, she got another job and she like, DL, it was those 2 weeks orientation, which I cried a few days because her mind did not want to come out the comfort zone. The brain goes back to the cave days. That's all they had. Was a depend on their brain, fight, flight, or freeze. That's all they dealt with. Now, that's why our minds have to be renewed because our minds always shift us in negativity. Let me tell y'all something. One thing that I do, and it really helps my day, regardless to the challenges that may come throughout the day, you start your day out with positiveness. It's very easy for something negative, soon as you wake up, that worry, cortisol, that worry begins to trigger in your mind and you let it go. And I've been reading this, 90% of the stuff we worry about never happen. You say, well, I'm just going to worry about that 10%. No, I won't advise that either. One of the things that I'm saying is this, you got to be open to change. And I'm using her as an example because it was interesting. She has a better job, making $20-some an hour. And her mind didn't want to go there because she was so locked. Whatever you're doing now, don't get so locked in that when change comes, you don't recognize change. When change comes, it's more of a battle because your brain, you want to move, but your mind wants to stay in a comfort zone. And this is what happens with people. Those that's joining us, glad to have you. I'm talking about examining the beliefs and things in people that no longer serve you. I'm going to get to people. I'm going to get to things in a minute. But right now, the main thing I'm dealing with is your belief system. What's holding you back? What is your belief system? What grandmama taught you, big mama taught you, daddy taught you, granddaddy taught you, auntie taught you. You have to go back and analyze all of that information to see whether it moves you forward, keep you stuck, or take you back. I don't care who said it. I don't care who put it in your ears, because it has to come in your ears first to influence you. This thing is very serious, and it really, really, really works if you allow change and you change your mindset. You change your reality. I want you to write that down and type it in. You change your mindset. You change your reality, because what you're looking at now is not the reality. What you feeling. This is why when you got conditions in your body, it's a fact. But the reality is that you're healed because of Calvary. But again, it goes back to your belief system. If you don't believe it, ain't not going to happen. But whatever you do, when your eyes pop, when my eyes pop open, I automatically take control of my day and take control of my thoughts. And many times my mind want to go right back to that negative thing, that worried thing, worried about this, worried about that. I said, stop, not going to do it. I'm going to enjoy my day. I tell for when I answer the phone, I say it's a great day. And it is. I don't want to hear no negativity. Don't let people put no pity parties, the negativity. Don't allow that in your mind, because that's their thing. That's their negativity. You got enough negative stuff you dealing with in your own mind. Help them move on. If they catch it, they fine. If they don't, you got to keep moving. Okay, this is about coaching. You got to keep it moving. Okay, do you find yourself reaching for? Here it is. Do you find yourself reaching for your smartphone more than you normally would while working on a project or spending time with someone? That's a sign that you're looking for distraction to take you away from your current moment. Enjoy the moment. That's something that I'm mastering. Enjoy the moment. Some folks can't just enjoy quietness. They can't enjoy meditation. So you reach for your smartphone, you do this because you want to get back into that worry state, because that's the state of consciousness that you live in. That's your state of consciousness. Anxiety, that's yours. Don't put it on nobody else. And I understand we all go through things. And I thank God even for my wife. She often corrects me. I got other friends, about one more friend, not a whole lot, one more that's on the level. And we bounce back off each other. He say something, I correct him. I said, thank you, man, because I want to stay in alignment. And you got to feel it. You can't just think it. I ain't talking about your body feeling. I'm talking about emotionally. You got to feel healthy. You got to feel wealthy. You got to direct your feelings. And we've never been taught this. That's why what I'm saying to a lot of you is so far-fetched, because you're trying to figure out what are you talking about. Well, I've been believing it, and that's why you're where you are. And this is why you can't get anything accomplished, because of your belief system. I want to keep talking about that. I want to keep talking about, hey, Sheila, glad to have you. Your belief system in your mind. What are you believing? What pops up? Because we always got different things, thoughts coming. So we know thoughts coming. What is belief? Belief is thinking a thought over and over, a pattern of thinking over and over and over until it begins to crystallize in your mind. And then before you know it, you walking in doubt, and all your situations are going to be doubtful. You're going to be sensitive. Everybody against you. Everybody this. Live your life. I just told my daughter, she's 5. She was talking to Alexa, and she said, Alexa, will you be my best friend? And I immediately said, Ashley, come here. You be your own best friend. Okay? We're living in different times now. You can't just take people in and just go to, you can't do that. Okay? So you got to work. You want to see your life? You can't. Let me tell you something. I said this. We just came off a 3-week vacation. And I said this. I spoke while I was out. And I said this. I said, you have to become serious. I don't play even by things that I say, my confession. And I know it makes people feel uncomfortable because I'm positive. But it should not make you feel uncomfortable even listening to me tonight. It should open you up to grow. If you're 200 years old, there's still growth for you. Growth doesn't stop. The older you get, the wiser you become. Not because of, you may not, I don't know everything about AI. I don't know everything about IT. I don't know everything about robots, but I know a little something that if I'm in a conversation, I'm able, among successful, fluent people, I'm able to get involved with the conversation so I don't just sit there. You've got to program yourself. See, people are looking for something outside of them to do it for you. Everything you need is within you. And if you can get this awareness, you don't have to look for a prophet, and I don't knock that. You don't have to look for a group, and it's okay to receive, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to do the work. You got to do the work. Even when you go to the doctor, only thing he gives you is medicine. But then you've got to do the work. Now, if you just take the medicine and don't do any mental work and don't exercise, that's up to you. But he can't. In the Christian Bible, it says, "Physician." No, I'm sorry. Physician, heal thyself. The healing starts with you. The battle of cancer. It started. It started with me. I had to mentally work my way and refuse and to work on my. Sheila, I had to work on my belief system. Those on other platforms. When I had the cancer battle, immediately, personally, I had to fight my belief system in order to come out of this. I wouldn't hear nobody else that had cancer. I may hear it, but immediately I'm tuning it out. I didn't call around and look for no pity party. Oh, they got people that's successful and moving in life. They ain't got time for pity party. I ain't got time for pity party. And if you catch me in a pity party, cancel the party. Let me know. DL Hughes, you come on. No. Ain't no pity party. Don't let me go down no rabbit hole. Because I understand about alignment. You have to stay aligned to the spirit there has to be an alignment. And when you get out of alignment, you got to climb the ladder again. So I'm pretty well staying up in the ladder. I don't like climbing back and forth. I don't like going back and forth, up and down, up and down. So you got to train your mind. Look at me. You're trying to do something and you haven't renewed or you haven't trained. You can, once your mind is tuned in to things, you draw it. You don't pray it, you draw it. The law of attraction, you draw it. He said, praying is getting and receiving. Y'all been praying all these years, ain't seen nothing. So you should, I was telling another client today, and I was saying, understanding that there's no results. Let me say this, and I say it to help people. People are leaving church because there aren't any, and it's more chaos. You got the United Methodist Church, they're going through battle because they're allowing, well, I won't get into that on this program. I don't get into that. But what I had to do, first thing when I realized, number one, I never said I had cancer. I'm trying to help somebody because I refuse to babysit. Life is too wonderful to babysit a sickness. When we were in Miami, last week. My wife went on the beach and a lady just started, man, I was just a whole group of people. I'm always looking at people encouraged. And she started crying because she was on the phone with the doctor. She stepped away. We walking on, was laying, not laying, but just sitting, and they were over close by. And she began to say, well, I'm battling cancer and it's fourth stage. And I immediately, something, wasn't my business, but something automatically just kicked in. And all of them came over and we were talking. And they said, but she just had to come on this trip. We don't understand. I said, listen to me. I've been there. You can't let sickness get in your mind. It may be in your body, but never accept it. What you mean never accept it? It's a fact. But reality, you healed and just you can walk. You don't have to, just because everybody else got something, you feel you got to get it. Everybody's talking. And how do people, they share pain stories? I'm talking about physical pain. Yeah, with my shoulder, with my back, with my knee. Ooh, what is that for? Yo, you keep. Never said I had cancer. I said I battled cancer. But I beat it through the power within me, through the healing anointing, and psychologically, I refuse to accept defeat. And I was at third stage of cancer, and I refused. So it was my belief system that automatically had to kick in when I went through the battle of cancer. It had to kick in. I had to go in, and my mind gave me a whole list of people that I knew that had transitioned because of prostate cancer. I had to begin to block that out. I said, that doesn't relate to me. Has nothing to do with me. And even when the doctor first said it, urologist first said it, I said, you got to talk to my wife, because mentally I had to grab my mind first. Does that make any sense? I had to grab my mind in kind of, you know what I'm saying? I had to get a hold of my belief system that I refused to believe what I was seeing. I refused to believe the test results. I refused to believe the, biopsy. I refused. I saw it, but I realized that ain't truth. Truth is, by his stripes, I am healed. That's what the word said. And people don't know, and it's not a religious program, but I believe in that scripture. People don't know the word. You trust not a cliche. You don't look to a man. You don't look to a woman to do this and do that. When it comes to your spirituality, you have to get serious about your own spirituality yourself. So my belief system is what my belief system helped me throughout the cancer battle, because there were other belief systems that no longer serve me. So you have to go through, because it's if you believe it according to your faith. Okay, I'm trying to help out your unbelief right now, because whatever you're going to get is going to be a part of your belief system. You can beg, you can plead. Hey, Sister Grace, I was wondering where you were. You're always faithful. You can beg, You can plead, but until you work on your belief system, nothing changes. Even the Master Jesus could not, there were certain cities he went in. He couldn't do anything because of the geographical belief system. See what I'm saying? And because we've got so much, and I feel a healing anointing right now, because there's so much sickness and disease and this and that. But we got to realize that that sickness is not unto death. I kept saying that with my cancer battle. This sickness is not unto death. And of course, my mind tried to give me little pictures that you're going to get down and this. Oh no, I refuse those images. I did not allow cancer images to lodge in my mind. I kept seeing myself whole. If you catch this tonight, I'm going to tell you, you got it. You refuse to believe what you see in the natural. Don't get hypnotized. It's not a reality. The reality was cancer was a fact, but reality was by his stripes, I'm healed. So you got to move into the healing. Whatever you're dealing with, don't you babysit that thing. Every time somebody calls you, you got to tell them about it. You ain't trying to get healed. You just want pity. Come on, somebody. Every time somebody calls you, 10 people call you today. It's the same thing. How you doing? Oh, mine is. That's yours. You're going to keep it. Nobody got time for that. Stand up. Walk in faith. Come on, somebody. I want to hear people say, I believe God. That's the kind of talk that moves me. Any other kind of talk, it sends me way off because you got to walk in faith. And I keep myself, and even when I find myself slipping, I bring myself back up in alignment to the law of faith because it works if you work it. I'm talking about examining the beliefs and the things and the people. There are people, I'm skipping myself a little bit here. There are people that you deal with that they no longer serve you. And even when you're talking about what you want to do, what you want to be, how you want to do, you don't get a real response for them. You get a negative. It could be family members. You're talking about how excited you are. You better leave them people alone. They don't no longer serve you. You got to be among people of like attracts like. You're trying to be successful. Begin to hang around people that's trying to do some things. You may not drive what they're driving. You may not stay where they're staying. You may not can spend like they spend by day to get around them because it's contagious. I'm telling you, it's contagious. Success is contagious. And you got to know how to carry yourself when you hang around wealthy people, successful people. You look your best. You don't drag. They ask you how you look them at a strong hand. I don't do handshake, but just pump. Doing great. Every time I answer the phone, it says a great day. Why? I'm not just saying it for the other person. I'm saying it for me. What I do is for me to keep myself in alignment, to making sure that I don't have limited, because it's your belief that limits you. Ain't nobody stopping you but your belief. That one with issue of blood, he told according to your faith. According to your faith, be it done. Her belief system got it done. And you thought it was a whole bunch of this and a whole bunch of that, running here, running there. What's going to get it? Well, I got faith. But you have to understand what belief is, thinking a thought over and over and over until it begins to crystallize, and then it becomes doubt. You believe you healed, keep thinking over and over. You believe whatever you think, you're right. If you think you're beaten, you're right. If you think you're successful, you're right. It's up to you. People change and life changes. I understand not wanting to change because we are creatures of habit, lovers of the familiar, aren't we? We keep familiar people. We plan something, we keep doing the familiar people. Come on. A lot of people that are nice people, I'm not saying you just diss them or whatever they call it, but you got to move on. That's what's hindering you. You're around people that's not talking success. They're not talking dreams. They're not talking goals. They're not talking adventure. When you don't hear that, you're in the wrong crowd. You don't hear people talk about being better and personal development and doing things with their life. And at the end of, hey, Victor, if you don't hear people talking that conversation. They're walking of faith and they're excited about life and they're going to do this and I'm working on this. I got this project. Excuse me. I got this corporation. I got this company. If you don't hear that around the people you're around the wrong people. You got to get around people that talk faith. When you're low, they pull you back up. And when you call them and you talking low, you want somebody. There's times that I'm dealing with something. I want to talk with somebody to help, get me back up there. They don't have to stay up there with me because I'm not depending upon them. So we're talking about belief systems and things and people that no longer say, what are you believe? What is your belief about? Let's start with this. It's not even in my notes. What do you believe about you? Stay there for a second. What do you believe? I don't know. That's why you're limited. You keep hitting that ceiling because you haven't sat down and wrote down your belief system. What do you believe about you? What do you believe about who you are spiritually? You are the Christ. You're the Christ. You're the Christ, the Son of the living God. The Bible scripture says in Corinthians, the Christian Bible says, do you not know that Jesus Christ lives in you? And that's still, but religion separates us from God. He's somewhere, we're here, come down, look after us, stop. And they're wondering why people are leaving the church because we're putting our stuff that's not empowering. And then I see results. Do you not know when people see results? If people go to a club, a bar that got good liquor or whatever it may be, do you not know that's where they're going to go? Because they get results there. The atmosphere is good. Okay. The doctor, Dr. Chang, she lived away. She like 2 hours away now. So I had to change doctors. I had to listen to her, but then again, I had to walk in faith. You have to change. I had to change my belief system. Let me tell you something. Religion will mess you up. Church will mess you up if you don't know how to walk your own walk because there's so many limited beliefs. Okay? Whatever you want to do. I knew somebody that was a client. They wanted a McDonald's. People was talking them out of it. Don't talk people out of something. Tell them go for it. It's not your opinion. If somebody wanted McDonald's, that's their business. You can't support them, shut up. If somebody want a Burger King or somebody, whatever they want. Live a life. Life is wonderful. I want to tell you this. It's challenging. It's adventurous. And that's the fun part. The fun part is learning how to laugh at the thing. Can I tell you something? The fun part is learning how to laugh at the challenges that come in your life. How can I laugh? Because first of all, you know it's not you. Your thoughts are not you. It's not you. So we got to get to the point that we laugh at challenges. Because it's life. Most of you, unless you're my daughter's age, 5 years old, everybody else realizes it's just life. People gonna come. It's like a bus stop. Every day you pass that same bus stop, somebody else new is on the stop. And that's how life is. That's how it is with people. People change, life changes, and the things that make up life changes. Internal stuff like our beliefs, our values, our goals. What you value, what I valued at 20, I value different now at 61. Your goals change. Behavioral stuff, your habits, your hobbies, pursuits, your commitments, physical stuff, possessions, ownership, people stuff, relationship, role, groups, and it's who you connect with. Okay? You got to connect with people that helps your belief system. What do you believe about you? If you believe you're beaten, then you are. That's what I'm asking you. What do you believe about you? We can't go any further. Excuse me. We can't go any further until I know this, until you know this. In a few minutes, we're going to open up questions. This is a coaching show. You don't have to put all the details, but in a few minutes, I'm going to open up. You can do questions or you can do comments as a psychologist, Christian psychologist, as a coach, and as a spiritual advisor. I can help you. Okay? So at the end, if you would like, I'm going to open up for comments or questions. You can just You know how to just comment, put the question or whatever in a few minutes, okay? A few reasons something may no longer serve you. Maybe this particular thing never really did serve you, but you didn't realize it. I like that. People, Brother Victor, that comes in our lives, we have to always wonder when or what stage of our life they came in. And it may not be a period where they're supposed to stay. Okay? And I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense about that. Okay. So we connect with people, different stages, different times, different periods of our life. Maybe they're not there to be there the rest of our life. Maybe they were just there to be there for their time. That makes sense. Maybe they're supposed to be there for their time, and then they're supposed to move on, and we're still pulling for people, and they no longer serve you because their values have changed. Hey, Dee Dee, that's my cousin. Hey, Dee Dee. So everybody that comes in our lives, when you're successful and you're moving in business, you don't have a whole lot of people in your life. You can probably do it in five fingers. I did a thing that said great minds think alike. I don't believe that. I don't agree with that. Great minds think like their own great mind. Because everybody thought alike, we wouldn't have what we have. So what belief system, what people no longer serve you? You have to be willing to move on. And when moving on, everybody is not gonna be happy. Let me back up. When moving on, people are not going to feel good about you for moving on. They want to know why, and sometimes you don't even know why. Just sometimes they no longer serve the purpose in your life. And you don't feel guilty about it. And sometimes you just don't have a reason. It's just that because when you're moving, many times people around you are not moving, and you outgrow people. I tell people, always reach for people on another level. Don't hang with people where you are. I don't hang with people where I am. I deal with people where I'm trying to get in the levels of the success. Pastor Robert Johnson, friend of mine, Indiana, Michigan City, Indiana. I don't know the name of his church, but anybody on the other platforms that's close by, just look him up. Pastor Robert Johnson, Michigan City, Indiana. Okay, so at what time, as I said, at what time when people come in our lives and we wonder why people come and go, but we fail to realize we think everybody's supposed to stay. And all of us have met a lot of people from all walks of life, all colors, everything that we've met. Some have stayed, some we connect with, okay, there it is, Pastor Evangelist. I don't have your church name, Doc. I wanted your church name, so anybody in that area. Dr. Johnson, put your church name up, Michigan City, Indiana. Okay. You got to know why people in your life, you have to go back and reevaluate. I need to put this somewhere. You have to go back and reevaluate friendships. And that's powerful. I need somebody to type that down. Every relationship that's in your life, I'm not going to say friendship because you don't have a few friends, 2 or 3 friends. You have a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit more, but on different levels. But what I'm saying, you have to go back. You need to do this. I'm talking to somebody because you're dealing with a lot of unnecessary stress. You're feeling bad. You feel like somebody's raining on parade. You feel like when you're talking about doing things and accomplishing things, you feel the energies of people pushing back on. So what you've got, there it is. Okay, thank you, sir. You have to go back and you have to reevaluate that particular friendship. Is it moving you forward? I'm not talking about somebody that you depend on or you get from money. That's not good. I'm talking about just people. Okay? Reevaluate them in your life. And if you see where it's time to move on or they're not, because many times you're moving on, people are not going to move on. You can't wait for them. I did a thing this week. You can't take a duck to the Eagles lesson, to the Eagles school. It's 2 different individuals. What we do in leadership and we're correcting it. We always look for people that we can motivate because we thought that's how you do it. We get people, we motivate. You can do it. Oh, I can't do it. You can do it. Okay, leave them alone. You've got to find people that's already motivated and give them the task and let them motivate the team. But if you try to motivate folks, it's going to drain you and the work is going undone because you're trying to pull on folks that's not even, they're not motivated. So in business, they find folks, big companies, they don't find people to interview that got to be motivated. They find people that come in that door that's ready and they give you probation, just to make sure that you're really, 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 really ready. You got me now? Rest said, thank you, cuz. Reevaluate your friendships. Are these friendships pushing you? These relationships, are they pushing you or you just stuck? They stuck, you stuck. Y'all stuck. They stuck, you stuck, y'all stuck. Okay? You gotta dream. And I feel like I'm talking to some people, but it's your belief system. It's what you believe that's hindering you. I don't care what nobody else believes. What you believe about this, about that, whatever thought comes in your head, you've got to determine whether I believe that or because I told you before, we're not our thoughts. And 90% of the things we worry about never come to pass. Look back over your life. Things you worried about 20 years ago. Roof's going to cave in, train going to run over you, freight train going to do that, this and that and that, hurricane. It never happened in your life. Never happened in your life. So you got to reevaluate your belief system. What do you believe about life? You believe life is rough and people this. What do you believe about other people? What do you believe about your social life? Okay. A lot of things socially I don't go through because I don't deal with craziness. See what I'm saying? My wife and I, we live a good life, very separate life. When I say separate, I mean separate from that shit. Not separate. I mean from crazy. We keep ourselves separated from craziness and drama. And it feels good. You've got to demand peace. Even when it comes to my kids. They don't disturb my peace. They already know. No, you call me, I'm going to tell you on advice, I'm going to give it to you, and I'm moving on. I'm not going to stay on the phone 2 hours with you because we done been over this before. Y'all see what I'm saying? Stop wasting your energy. People really don't want to change. Most of them don't want to change. 95% of people. That's why what I teach, it is said that only 10% of people get this type of teaching because it takes mental work and people rather stay in their comfort zone. See, they'd rather give you a check than to see you dream your dream and live your dream. Come on, somebody. And you're not, there's other things you want to do, but you're scared. You got a great business idea, but you're talking to people, you're talking over with people that ain't doing nothing. I keep telling y'all, you're talking to the wrong people. You're talking to people that I think about doing this. Ooh, well, automatic, that's the wrong person. They go, well, the well is deep, and they're going to take you in the well, and you can't come out the well. All right? So, you got to understand this. Okay? Different stages of your life. What you wanted at 20, you change. I'm 61. My cousin, I think she 61, 62, then I catch up with her. She catch up with me. We grew up together. But I'm saying this. Work on what's hindering you from success in life. Your careers. You have a limited belief system. Things you've already crystallized negative beliefs in your head because you're afraid to step out. And what I usually say, we put up these defense mechanisms of worry and anxiety just in case something does happen. We already was expecting. And as long as you expect stuff, it's going to come. Certain things going to happen in life, but through the law of attraction, there are things you keep doing that's going to keep popping up in your life. If negative people keep popping up in your life, it's not their fault, it's your fault because you're drawing them. And you won't draw a line. You don't have boundaries. You let people say anything, pop over, come to your house. You have to set boundaries. You don't have people just pop up at your house. No, don't pop up. You have to have boundaries. Your life has to get in order. And I know a lot of this church stuff have messed y'all up. But you got to learn about life. You got to be in contact. Most church folks doesn't live in the reality of life. And I'm not, this is not a church platform, but I'm just bringing it to help those of you that's out there. It's time to wake up and deal with life and deal with who you are and believe that you can be, do, and have anything you want to be, do, and have. I got to say it again. Look at me. You can be, you can do, you can have anything you want if you believe you can. I want to open up now for comments. Any questions? As a coach, I can help you. I got a few more minutes. On your belief system, do I really know this is true? Most of the stuff that we believe in, most of our thoughts are not true. Most of them are not true. They're not facts. And this is one of my strong areas because as a coach, I had to work on these areas of realizing that I'm not my thoughts. Thoughts gonna come. That's not you. Don't feel bad because you have a negative thought. Sometimes there's thoughts of somebody pulling in front of you in your car. You want to jump out and get upset. Sometimes there's sexual thoughts that you never even thought of before. Let it pass. Don't beat yourself. You know you're not going to do it. You may have a thought of just knocking somebody out. You know you're not going to do it, but the thought comes. It's okay. You can't help that. It's called race consciousness. Certain thoughts we just going to have. Oh, they're like monkeys just jumping around there. But don't let it take you off track or out of alignment with what you're doing. You've got to find your passion. I say this often, and this has been my key to success. I realized there was more to me than I was doing, and I could not succeed with one stream of income. Okay. All right. Thank you, cuz. Are you listening to me? So listen. God bless you, Didi. So, any questions? I don't care what it's about anything. You're welcome to ask me, advice. What about this? What about that? And because you need clarity. That's the word I was looking for. Excuse me. You need clarity. What has you where you are because you don't have any clarity. Your mind is foggy. You don't know where you're going to come. You're going to work every day and you're just going. You don't know why you're going, just going. Because you know why you're going. You know you got to pay your bills. So I'm going to give you a few minutes. Once I go off, I know one person will ask you when you go off. That's good. But we're in a gathering right now. So if you have any questions, those that's on other platforms, you may have to inbox me. Jim Aegis, where you been? Where you been, little sis? Where you been? Haven't seen you in a while. Glad that you are on. Glad to see you. Every time you've been in my spirit. And so today I decided, I said, she's been jumping in my spirit long enough. Let me check on her now. Glad that you're on. All right, let's see. All right, I only got a few minutes now. You have any questions? Coaching questions, psychological questions, spiritual advisor questions. I know some people shy. They say write your whole life, but you can ask a question, okay, while I'm going on. All right, so work on your belief system. I got a few minutes. Work on your belief system. What are you saying, Dr. Hughes? I'm saying you got to sit down and when stuff, Sister Grace, when stuff comes to our heads, automatically we have to say, is that just a thought? Is it a fact? Most of the time, it's not a fact. Don't go on war with it. Don't go all in battle. What? No. If it comes to, that's not true. If a thought comes and you're gonna be sick or this gonna happen, you automatically know that's not truth. That's just a thought. Well, it may happen. That's why it happened, because you're waiting on it to happen. When you get up in the morning, it's a great day. This is the day. I said it, and I'm laying down. Automatically, I don't let my mind, because if not, your mind will get in front of you. But I get in front of my mind. And I said, this is the day the Lord have made. I will rejoice and be glad. Okay. All right. A few people want to comment. And I figured that they want to comment after I go off. Some people are shy. They don't want their personal business. So I understand that. So if there is a question or comment after I'm off, I will take a few minutes and I will respond to you as a personal development coach. But your job is to develop you. If you don't develop you, you can't go anywhere. Okay? I appreciate all of you. If you want to, I only do this a few times. I don't do it long. If you want to If you want to invest in our company, D. Leonard Hughes Personal Development Company, you can do Zelle, or you can do that thing right there. What's that? The QR code. You can also grab your phone quickly. And I'm asking everyone today to do a $23 donation. $23 donation. You can Cash App it, or you can Zelle. Darrell L. Hughes. I think that's what you need for Zelle. If you have any, that's not right, just inbox me. Okay. You got me? All right. So those that want to help, I'm asking you to give $23. You want to give more? You want to give 23,000? That's fine. That's fine. I put it back up before I leave. Before I go off. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't want to. All right. All right. All right. There it is. All right. So we had a wonderful session today. And I hope as I was talking, you begin to work on your thinking. What is belief? Write it down. Belief is a thought you keep thinking over and over and over. When they said, help thou our unbelief, that means they had a belief system, a limited belief system that was working against them. And they had Jesus with them, but their belief system, come on, somebody. Sister Grace, their belief system would not allow them to function in the authority or the power they could function in. And he said, oh, ye of little faith. So what sets things off down here in creation through the Spirit of God, through you? What sets it off is your belief system. And it's something I work on 24/7. My belief system. When something come in my head, I say, I don't believe that. I don't think lack. I don't think. I'm training my mind not to think, Sister Grace, what I don't have. I'm training my mind in the way the earth is the lowest and the foot. All things are ours. The scripture says all things are yours. Okay? So instead of saying need, I'm going to maybe hip you to something. I never say I need something. I say I receive. Because it's already in your vibration. He'd give you everything. Hey, Kendra, he'd give you everything that pertained to life and God. But it's your belief. You're trying to figure out, what is it? What's hindering me? Why? It's your belief system. Nobody can work on your belief system but you. You have to work on that. You have to work on that. When stuff comes in your mind, you have to decide, I don't believe that. If something negative even comes about you, I don't believe that. You're going to fail? I don't believe that. This going to happen? You're going to lose your house? I don't believe that, because I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do in order. See, that's what I mean by limited belief. Because if not, you believe, though, it changed. Why do you want to hold on to stuff that's not working for you? Come on, somebody. Let it go. Let it go. Okay? Let it go. Once again, those that want to, thank you, Audra. Thank you. Thank you. Those that want to help with the $23 seed, you can. I'm moving on. I don't spend a long time on that. I'll put it here. There's the Zelle information right there. Okay? It's been a wonderful experience. Always is wonderful. I look forward to this every Friday night. If you do not get my daily mental wake up, if you would inbox me your information, either your email, I can start sending one to you every day. I started sending 9. Now we're doing over 10,000 every day. We're also on WordPress and also Medium. Okay, if you want to know, I'll show you how to find us on those blogging platforms. Okay, you know what? It's really, I really enjoyed y'all. I mean, it's been good. It's really been good. All right, I gotta go. D. Leonard Hughes here. So thank you for listening. Peace out. Take care, you all.